Oh, what is going on? How are you? Do you know who I am? Sometimes I don't even know who I am. But right now I do, and I am Oscar, and you are here with Redcat Live, yet another installment that we bring to you guys every week when we can. I know I missed last week, don't hold me to it, but we're here, we're back, and we got a great show lined up for you guys today. We have none other than the RC Plate Shop, Mr. Ethan Fan joining us, talking a little bit about the products that he offers the Scale community, as well as doing a recap of USTE and what went on this last weekend. I'll include some pictures that we'll share as well, a little collage video that I made for you guys to see. What is going on, BT Thurman? How you doing, sir? Here, Harvey Pryor, Brandon Tomey, my big brother, man. Hopefully you're doing really well, man, out in Stockton. So yeah, guys, we had a great show today. I'm really excited about it because nothing screams Scale than Scale accessories, right? And we have one of the best, I feel, in the hobby with us today. But before we do that, let's kind of talk a little bit about where I was at last week. A lot of you guys didn't get your normal show, and that was because they flew your boy out to Florida to the ultimate, I messed this up on live too, the Ultimate Scale Truck Expo. It was held in Williston, Florida. It was a great time. Lots of amazing trails. I linked up with a lot of great folks that actually owned a lot of Redcat Gen8s, and in turn kind of came up with a great idea, right? I'm doing flyovers with the drone, getting content and enjoying just the scenery, the feel, right? So many vendors and manufacturers were there from all over the place, and it was kind of a no-brainer when you look around and you see scale trucks everywhere. Like I was in heaven for myself. This was like what I geek out on the most. So as I was panning around and I'm kind of getting shots here and there, I take a look at this group of Gen 8s and they're all piled up, and I see a Sheriff Gen 8. And immediately I think to myself, you know what? This would be hilarious if I could talk this gentleman that owns a Gen 8 police sheriff vehicle to chase Sancho's Gen 8 64x4, right? And that's the official name, guys. That is the official name for that build that I took to USTE. It is Sancho's Gen 8 64x4. I obviously condensed a couple of things that were said and thrown out there, and they all just kind of worked together. So we took the truck out there, had a great time. It handled a lot of trails, and it was just an epic, all-around great time. It was trails for days. It was as scale as you can get. It was definitely more of a tiny tire type of a scenario, right? A lot of trails that just tiny tires would do more amazingly well in that fashion. I reached out to Shawn Roark, who owned this, said Sheriff Gen 8. And he says, hey, I got a buddy, Broken Axle Crawlers, who has a California Highway Patrol version of a Gen 8 as well. And he's going to be here a little later. And I said, you know what? This is interesting. You guys met Erick Sarceno recently. We had him here on the show from Gen's Ace. He was there in town. He had his DSLR ready to rock and roll. And I said, Erick, I got an idea. Let's do a storyboard and let's do a chase like Dukes of Hazzard style, right? And chase this 64 around and let's have a good time with it, right? What transpired was probably the most fun I've had since I was a kid. Like literally, guys, it took me back to the days where we were playing as kids with Hot Wheels, like with your cousins or your brothers or even by yourself. And you got the bad guy, and you got the good guy, and you're racing around and having a good time. This is literally what happened at USTE. There must have been 5 of us that were in a group, all Redcat Gen 8s, and we were just kind of going with things as we went and writing the script as we went. And we look over to the left or to the right, and all of a sudden we notice we have a bunch of extras. So we say, hey, do you guys want to be in this? And we lined up their vehicles, and we restaged them and moved them around to make it look differently. What transpired is this next video that I'm about to share with you guys because I'm really excited about it, and it's been fun. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy it. This clip is the 64x4 clip getting chased by the sheriff and the California Highway Patrol. So without further ado, guys, man, hope you enjoy.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never it's all been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get 'em, but the law never will. Making it rain the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.
All right, well, there you have it, guys. That was the video that we actually created at USTE. So what better place than to geek out to our fullest extent, haul around a camera, record this, and then to enjoy it with you guys afterwards, right? So a lot of you guys need to know, Gen 8s were fun, right? You guys can see what we did with them. You guys can see how we enjoyed them. What if I told you that they're on sale right now? In fact, what if I told you that we have a lot of vehicles on sale? You're right. We just dropped our spring savings sale that just dropped, and we're dropping prices on select vehicles from minimum of $40 all the way up to $70 off. The LRH 285 chassis is going for $359 right now. So I think it's $40 off of the Gen 8. There's plenty out there. The link for all the said products is in the description. So if you want to purchase one after the video, click the link and head on over there so you guys can check it out. The sale does run till the end of March, so you have plenty of time to coordinate, maybe wait for that tax return if you need to, but hey, we just wanted to make sure you guys have that opportunity to own something that we have had a little bit better bargain deal. So from all of us to all of you, enjoy the sales items. Hopefully pick yourself up something fun and new to enjoy, and hey, why not, right? Before we bring on Ethan Fan from RC Plate Shop, I'm going to show you guys just one more clip, and this is just going to be a picture collage that I compiled and put together of the event and kind of the multiple days I was there. Now, I didn't put all the pictures I took in there because if I did, literally the video would be about an hour long. So here's just some highlighted pictures that I was able to enjoy. A Winnebago with the Gen 7 chassis. There was someone that had a flatbed that was towing my 64. I know I saw you in here, bro. Thank you so much for that awesome picture. So without further ado, man, here, check out some of the pictures that I was able to take at this year's USTE. Definitely not so much of the actual trucks, but just the day-to-day operations. So without further ado, USTE through the lens.
Hey, let's go. Freedom. Freedom. What?
right, guys. Well, there it was, man. Just a little bit of the pictures that I was able to take. Like I said, I got a lot more that I'll be sharing with you guys in the next coming weeks. But really quickly, let me just say what's going on to some of these folks in here. We got Jeff Henderson representing Frozen, Colorado, man. Thank you for joining in today. Jerry Arango, man, what's going on representing San Diego? Always good having you. Gabriel, man, what's going on representing Fresno, California? I love it, man. Darian's in the house. I love it. Greg Holman, nice to meet you as well. Greg Holman, you're the one. You're the owner of the tow truck that gave me a tow, man. I love that. That was awesome, man. Great meeting you as well. That was awesome. Stephen Danford, awesome, man. Pleasure meeting you as well. See, that was one of the biggest highlights for me that I took away from going to an event like this. Getting to meet so many new people, hanging out with fans of our product, and then incorporating them in something that we can all do together and hopefully make a memory for a lifetime in that fashion. So that's what it should be all about, right? Jimmy Rodriguez representing Denver. It's 12 degrees, man. It's cold. So that's been kind of it in a nutshell, guys. It's a great crawler event. As I mentioned before, spring is right around the corner, and we're no slouches to it. The spring savings event, or sale, I should say, spring savings sale, has officially started from Redcat. Again, it's going to get you anywhere from $40 to $70 off of select products. The link to the products that are on sale is in the description of this video. So head on over. It runs till the end of March, so you still have a full month of sales ahead of you to pick up something to enjoy for the spring coming up. So now, without further ado, the one thing that I know a lot of you guys are here for, I was able to speak to a great man. His name is Ethan Fan. He owns RC Plate Shop. If you don't know RC Plate Shop has been producing scale license plates and certain accessories for the last couple years. His license plates are absolutely phenomenal. He does great work on them. If he has a license plate that is not in his catalog, he goes out and makes sure he gets it, recreates it, make sure it matches. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Mr. Ethan Fan to the show. Ethan, what's going on? How are you today?
Hey there, Oscar. I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, man. Thank you so much for being on the show today, man. It's been for me, I'm a fanboy. Okay, I'm a big fan of what you do. I'm a big fan of your license plates. So for me to have you on the show, man, it's my pleasure. So thank you for taking the time out of your day to be a part of it, and hopefully sharing and highlighting some of the stuff that you guys are doing for the community.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on. We've been here a couple of years and we've been enjoying every moment of it.
I love it, man. Ethan, RC Plate Shop. You know the we can talk about what you do here in a little bit in the products that you offer, but how did it come to be? What is the story behind RC Plate Shop? Is it something that you took over from someone else's business, something that you built from ground up? What is RC Plate Shop, and how did it come to be?
You know, it's really a very, very simple story from me. About 3 years ago, I was looking for some scale accessories, and one of the things that I actually wanted was a little license plate for my car. So I started looking around, and uh, none of the people that were making them at that time were actually good enough for myself that I particularly wanted to buy.
Hey, it's okay to have standards in the hobby, guys.
And that's the one big thing that I wanted to do was see if I could actually do it. And so 3 years ago, I made some RC plates and showed it off to my buddies, and they were like, "Hey, can you make me some?" And I was like, "Sure, let's do it." And then they started telling their friends, and then their friends started telling somebody else, and it just started ballooning from there. And I just stumbled onto this thing because I wanted really, really good license plates, and that's where it was. I mean, and we launched actually officially our website like 2 years ago, and so it's a ground up build,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
yeah, dude, that's great. So I mean, the synopsis is that you felt there was a need that you wanted, being a fanatic of the hobby. There wasn't something up to your standard. So you decided to do something about it, and the RC Plate Shop was born.
Yeah.
I love it.
Back in the day, I was doing graphic design, some photography, and then just website building. And so all those three things came naturally together just to create what we have here today.
Sure.
And yeah, yeah.
Dude, that is awesome. Like, there's so many people out there that look at the hobby and they're like, oh, you know what? This was missing in the hobby, so I just wanted to do it because it was going to be giving me opportunity to monetize. But I'm not getting that vibe from you. In fact, I'm getting quite the opposite. I'm getting that you are a scale enthusiast, you are a fanatic of the hobby, and you did it for the right reasons, man. And I have absolutely nothing but respect for you, Ethan, because in my opinion, for the hobby and to the hobby, you're doing it for all the right reasons. And I'm sure the guys in the chat here are going to agree with me 100% when I say that, the model going into 2022, the hashtag in the hobby that I want everyone to start using is support, don't extort. Because I'm telling you right now, man, we got to support all of our hobbies, right? All of our hobbyists, from our hobby shops to the guys that are making license plates like Ethan that, give you guys really good quality stuff. I own quite a bit of your license plates. And I know that, and a lot of you guys, if you own a lot of our C products, Ethan actually even offers a discount if you buy in bulk, right? Because he understands that everyone owns more than just one product. So because, he does that, I looked at that and I said, look, I'm probably going to order about, at this point, 10 license plates. I didn't opt for that. And the reason I didn't opt for that is because I did not mind paying full price for something I felt was a concrete, very well thought out and made product. I didn't want the discount. I wanted to make sure he got full till on them. Your license plates are not just scale, they're customizable, right? You can do custom script and lettering on them, change the size of them per your needs. And you have a catalog of how many license plates at this point?
Right now, over 600. So, what's on our website is about 500 different styles. It's ridiculous. Our I create most of the styles myself, and then anything else, I'll hire somebody to actually do because it is a lot more complicated. Or you have to get certain permissions
Sure.
from a photo or whatnot if it's photorealistic.
Do that.
But like just things like this that we have right there. Anything on there can actually be changed. If you wanted the blue to be purple or if you wanted the yellow to be pink, it's because we create all of this, all of our files ourselves. We
Nice.
can do whatever you need. Yeah.
So run me through, so let's say, and I know you have these already, but there was an autism awareness themed license plate that you did. I think it was more recent, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
So,
That's about 6 months to a year or
okay.
so. Yeah. Uh
So,
huh.
so someone came up to you and they said they had a need for this license plate. Run the guys, everyone, women, children, everyone that's watching and or watches. What is the process that you go through to then create that into a license plate that you can market?
Well, I just anything that a customer comes to me, they'll speak to me to what they want, and I'll design something in my creative mind, um, because I'm in the scale scene also that is pleasing to the eye, and then show it to the customer. And usually
Sure.
the customer says that looks great, let's do it. And so quite a few of our plates that are on our website are for multiple states because not everybody, like the autism awareness plates, not every state has an actual autism awareness. I believe like maybe one state
Correct. That I know of,
has
anyways.
like I think it's like Alabama or something,
Right.
something like that. And I wanted to create it for everybody, because it is some sort of issue. It is an issue that affects a whole lot of people,
Sure.
and it does, personally. It affects my wife's family,
Oh.
in one child,
Mm.
and it was it was something that I personally wanted to do also.
Man,
And so,
that's love, man. I got mad respect for you on that. A lot of folks that don't know that watch the show every week with me, and or sometimes it's your first time, or maybe not. Maybe you never are going to see it. I don't know. But for a lot of folks that don't know, I have three boys, and two of them are on the spectrum of autism. So it's a cause that's near and dear to my heart, which is the reason why me and my brothers created ASD Crawlers, right? A group of crawlers that uses the hobby to help promote and bring awareness, as well as support so many adults and children on the spectrum of autism. So I have, and my heart is just, it's huge for that. And I appreciate everything you do, Ethan, in that fashion, and taking it to that level, and putting the detail behind it. When someone goes to your website and they order a license plate, they have a couple customizations they can do, but can you also express some of the options that they have for that license plate in preparation of it?
um, well, other than like just a main, just like a main text that
Sure.
you would do, um, really, if you order something from me and leave me a note
Yeah.
at the checkout, I 100% check every single note before making the plate itself, because I get some really, really good requests.
Yeah.
And most of the time, I'll just do it for you.
Right.
Like
So,
changes in uh, the expiration date, expiration month.
sure.
I'll do it, to an extent.
Well, I know that
But
you also offer an option for your plates to last longer, right?
yeah, yeah. Well, actually, the one thing that that's called it's called our plate shield, and it's pretty much invisible. It makes the plates pretty glossy if you can actually see it like this.
Mhm.
And it's an invisible shield. It's sort of like those plastic phone protectors that go in front of your phone screen.
Yeah.
It's very much like that, and it makes them last an incredibly long time.
Right. And
I've had a couple of plates that are stuck to the side of my house that gets a lot of sun
yeah.
outside, and I got to check on them, but I'm pretty sure they're still there.
Right.
And
So the UV protection kind of comes with that coating, right?
yes, yes,
That's
yes.
see.
And so the protection is all there, and
Right.
so even without it, they're pretty durable, and they're pretty good at
Right.
holding their color. But with it, it just 10 times another level, and you can just run it all day, all night. Keep your stuff outside.
Yeah.
Even though I don't recommend it,
Right.
you
Right.
can keep your stuff outside and it'll be just fine.
That's awesome, man. And then on top of that, I believe you also have options to go either metal backing or plastic backing on certain sizes, right?
Yeah, yeah. So at 1/10 scale, you can choose to have a metal backed plate, just like this
Hmm.
right here. This is just a low rider plate.
Look at that,
Yeah,
guys.
you like
That's
that?
what it is
That's
right
pretty
there.
sweet. But you know what? For the real, like really scale enthusiasts, I think the plastic plates are the ones that I like the best, because they just look so scale, and I can size them up however you want,
Right, right. I
and
don't
they're
know.
so cool.
So Tony Gutierrez is in here. He's saying, "What's going on, Ethan?" So I want to let you know. Actually, to be honest with you, Ethan, Tony reached out to me and he's like, "When can we have Ethan on the show? I want to see more stuff with Ethan too." So he's a big fan of yours, So obviously, I was like, That's a no brainer. Why haven't I had him on the show?" So if it wasn't for him inquiring, I honestly wouldn't have put the two things together. So thank you, Tony, for the recommendation. And if you guys have other recommendations for shows in the future, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to do them, but who knows? Maybe there's one that's definitely worth venturing into. So, always keep the ideas coming. Ethan, what are the sizes of license plates that you offer to the community as far as scale?
We offer all the way from right, like the Power Wheel size, like 5 inches.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. A few people in the Power Wheels community use my shop for their custom builds, and that's one of the big things also. But we offer from that size all the way down to 1/24 and 1/25 scale, which are kind of really tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of model scale builders really like really like the stuff, and
Right.
to use for like little tiny cars. Yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
you know one cool thing that I really enjoy about your license plates and all is I actually had you do some license plates for me, and you kept a huge secret. I think in a lot of ways, because I had you do a license plate, and I had you do it 3 different times, and I'm pretty sure at some point you're like, why is this guy having the same license plate on so many different sizes? And it actually was the ORP 967 license plate for Denzel Washington's Monte Carlo in Training Day, right?
Yep,
And
yep.
dude, I appreciate that. Thank you for kind of keeping the cat in the hat, not letting it out in that fashion. But again, it just kind of goes with the flow. If you're the kind of person like myself and lots of others who have lots of different vehicles and have a need for customized license plates, he's the kind of person, Ethan's kind of person that is approachable in the sense that you can have something customized and done. So, man, keep that going, man. And I gotta drop a quick one. Dustin, what's going on? How you doing, man? Much love to Dustin, Robert Flatts, and Shawn Roark. Those two guys were awesome and super clutch with helping us film that video. If you guys want to see that video again before we finish, throw me a taco emoji and I might re-share it. It's a minute and a half long. So, Ethan, what are some other things? And I know that the RC Plate Shop is kind of speaks for itself, right? It's RC Plate Shop. You make license plates, over 500 variants of it, right? I mean, so many of them. But a little birdie told me that you do a couple other things above just license plates.
Well, we do these little stickers, just scale stickers.
Oh, those are
We've been
sick.
these are in 110.
Yeah.
These are just like national parks. We have tons and tons of like just really cool stickers on our website that are are made for your crawlers
Yeah.
and whatnot. Um, like and this right here, these Monte Carlo ones.
Those are fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, you sent me a set of those, and those were so beautiful.
and so there's my Monte Carlo back there, and
That
it's got the new Redcat, the gold wheels from Redcat.
the mod wheels, right? Hey,
Yeah. I
so
put those on.
what's your take on them? You've been able to play with them a little bit and put them on the car. I also seen you sending your car to the roof or to the moon. But what is your impression of the mod wheels so far?
I think they look really nice. And I wanted actually like gold wheels, and I think they fit really nicely onto the car. And the options for customization when you stack them together, I really like them, and they fit the car perfect.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that's clutch, man. The Tell us a little about the Monte Carlo badges that you made. They're definitely a lot thicker than the stickers that we offer with the car, right?
Yeah. These are gold reflective, and so they look like metal, just like just like a real badge when
Sure.
you put them on. They're cut to basically the very last atom.
Yeah, and guys, for all you guys out there, think about it. I mean, if you own a plotter or a cricket or anything like that, those cuts are not easy to make. Even for you need good quality stuff to make this stuff like this, and show them really quick those badges really quick if you can.
Yeah. Here, I'll
The
point it out to
the
you right
cuts,
there.
look at the cut lines around the letters. That is so awesome, man. That's quality right there.
Yeah, let me actually. The most impressive part is when so the front. Let me get a little thing here. The most impressive part is the. Let me show you. See,
Oh,
that's when they come off.
look
The
at
most
that.
impressive part is just that's actually the smallest badge on the Monte Carlo, which is the front grille.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you can get it that close, but
It
it
is. It's literally
looks
so small that it won't focus on
yeah,
it.
it looks really good. And here's a rear badge right here, just so you know it's a little bit bigger and you can actually see it better. See if I can peel this off. But Here we go. Let's see. Focus on that. Let's see.
At least you're not like me.
So
I have to like move my ugly face out of the way. I don't
it's
know
so
why my camera
small.
focuses on my face so much.
Yeah, it's
There,
hard. There we go.
there it
Okay,
goes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cool. Yeah, so the badges are really nice, and they just cut so well on our machines, and I really like them because they're just they're just there. They're made for quality and not
Yeah,
mass produced.
absolutely, absolutely, and that's what I'm getting at. I mean, I love what you're doing with the hobby. I love that everywhere I go, everyone notices. So I put an RC plate shop sticker on my 64 by 4, right? Because I have your plates on it. It's got to rock it like anything else. And so many people were like, dude, that dude's plates are awesome. Like everywhere I went, that was like the one sticker that people recognized the most, aside from my ugly face on my King Taco sticker that you made. I know
The
you got
funny
some.
story about
I
that.
know you
Oh my
got some,
gosh.
Ethan. I know you got some on your bench right there.
Yeah,
Go ahead and show them.
probably, yeah. The funny story is Tony Gutierrez. He was like, "Hey, I want to send these to Oscar because he's my buddy."
Yeah.
And then I just go, what do you want? What do you want to do? And he's like, do you have a taco that's like royalty or king? And I go, let me see if I have something like that in my collection, which I did.
Oh, dude, that
And
is so.
and then he had me customize it, and he was like sending me pictures of you,
Yeah.
and he was like, "This is Oscar." I was
I
like,
kind of
"Okay, this
lightweight,
is."
Tony. I kind of lightweight feel a little stalked here. Okay, dude.
He was sending me pictures of you, and I was like, I like that picture right there. So I just
uh,
took your face off of the one, and I erased the original Taco King's face, and then I did my magic on there,
dude.
and he was just like, "Hey, let me just send these to Oscar, and he'll get a kick out of it."
Oh,
And,
dude.
obviously, you did, yeah.
I laughed. I literally, my wife, like, she was like, I need one. So she's got one on her 64 and her Jeep. So it's turned into a good time. I actually had some other ones made as well that I was sharing at USTE, which just say Eric made a logo for me from Gen8V2, and it says just King Taco with a taco on it. It doesn't
Yeah.
have my face because I didn't want to devalue anyone's property with my face. So, but it's all good and fun, and that's one of the things that I take away from, going to events and mingling with people in the hobby and enjoying common interests like what we're doing right now. I mean, Redcat Live doesn't always have to be business, and I really enjoy being able to have folks like you and many others that are in the hobby, manufacturers of products that make servos and batteries. It's what makes the hobby turn and go. And I feel that what you do and what you bring to the hobby is just as pivotal as everything else. It's those accessorizations that kind of make you build something that's unique to you and helps you enjoy it. Like there's nothing cooler. Like I have all my 64s have custom plates. All my crawlers have 60 custom plates. Now, taking into consideration, hopefully my wife isn't watching. Which what time is it? Oh, she's watching. Yeah, so she's watching, and just so you guys know, I just want to wish my middle son Elias a very happy birthday because I know he's watching right now. He watches the show live as soon as he leaves school. So happy birthday, son! I love you. But in reality, man, it's one of those things where I feel that is so cool to just everything has a customization version, and I at this point have 27 RC trucks and or cars, and it's growing and it's going to continue to grow because I'm a nerd when it comes to the hobby, and I I love it, and the scale scene is my biggest thing. So if Ethan, if no one's taken the time to say it, I want to let you know, thank you for producing such an awesome product and products, and thank you for keeping the scale motion moving in that sense in the hobby.
The one thing I actually wanted to do was uh, grow the scene, and that's my one goal is to share this passion with everybody. Is that we're not all competitors here.
Yeah,
We're community,
yeah,
and so even before we talked today, I actually talked to another competitor today. Well, not really another competitor. We don't really do this same thing, but we're
Sure.
on the same printing level, and it really made me remember that we're here and we're a community, and
Yeah.
it's community over competition for everybody,
I
and that's the way it should be.
right, and I think that's one of my biggest take when it comes to this the scale scene or just the crawler scene in general is that everyone has that mentality like no one gets left behind. I can't tell you how many times someone around me's broken down or I break down, and it's not a situation where like, oh, I'm gonna go do my walk of shame. On your way out the trail, if there's other people on the trail with you, everyone's like, hey, what do you need? You need a tool? What do you need? What happened? Drive shaft? I got some drive shafts. It may not be the drive shaft you need, but it'll keep you going. And those are the motions. Those are the things that kind of make the hobby fun and enjoyable. And again, I mean, I love what you're doing, man. What is next for the RC Plate Shop? What is the newest thing? Do you have anything that you can share with us that
Oh
is
man,
new that maybe no one's seen yet?
uh jeez. I just had that idea today that we're probably going to start doing paint masks,
Ooh,
and so like paint patterns and striping and whatnot. I'll start offering it on our website, like shapes, colors, especially if you like to paint your cars, but
yeah,
maybe you can't do this design, or I showed you earlier my tiger stripe.
yeah, dude, that was
My
beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be offering like this tiger stripe looking like little paint mask deal for cars. There's little things like this, like my little Chevy
Yeah, 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 yeah.
here with
The
the
wood
wood
panel.
grain
Yeah.
and the wood bed. Just little things like that. The Monty, this is a side.
Ooh, what is that, dude? That looks gorgeous.
This is
It looks
a
like a
this is a
bandana
yeah, it's a
print.
bandana engraving,
Yeah.
and that's for the side of the Monte Carlo. I gotta ship a few of those out to people, but those are a little bit limited run. But
Oscar
you as you
Ramirez lives at 222 22 Street on 22
that
Lane.
that's right. Hey, I'll send you one. My Monty back there has all the trim replaced on it, with gold that
Sure.
I did a kit with. So
Right. And just so you guys know, when you make an order, now we have in the hobby right now, we have a joke going around about who is signing what to make something personalized. And so I was called out to sign something, and I kind of didn't pay attention to it. But Ethan beat me to the punch, and he sent me my taco stickers and even autographed my form. So if you want his autograph on the card that he sends the stuff in, make sure you leave a comment in the when you're checking out, so he can do that for you because that was a cool touch. I love it.
yeah, I will, just like I said earlier. I will and see those notes that my customers put onto things. So
Nice, nice. So, and if you guys put in the notes, let's talk about it. We'll even send you a upset Oscar King Taco sticker.
hey, I definitely will. Yeah, I got tons of those
There you
actually.
go. There you go. So, guys,
I made a big batch.
right. So make sure if you guys order from the RC Plate Shop, www.rcplateshop.com, and in the comments at the end, you put "Let's talk about it." He'll send you my ugly face on a taco, King Taco sticker that
Yep,
he made.
I'll
So
send you a set.
that's awesome, man. Ethan, man, I appreciate you, man, wholeheartedly. Is there what can you leave us with? And guys, I know that you guys missed the video early on. I will play it here before we leave one last time as our outro. So don't fret, it's coming, and you guys will see the extended clip. It's about a minute and a half long, and it includes the same clip that a lot of people have seen, with some credit rolls at the end and an alternative ending. But Ethan, man, where can they find you? What's your social media platforms? Where are you at?
We're everywhere. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at rcplateshop.com or at rcplate. We're pretty easy to find. We have several thousand followers per page. And you can find our website at www.rcplateshop.com and contact us directly through there.
Beautiful, man. I have to say, man, your website is probably the most user-friendly website I've been on in a long time, especially when it has anything to do with RC. So, guys, rest assured, usually his wait time, anytime I've ordered, I've usually been able to get things as early as within the week. Sometimes it takes about a good solid week and a half to 2 weeks, depending on what I've ordered. So keep that in mind. All of the plates that you order are customized and made to order. They're not made until you actually have made the order and paid. So keep that in mind. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to make good quality stuff, but rest assured, Ethan offers amazing customer service and pays great attention to detail. So make sure that you buy with confidence when it comes to him. So Ethan, man, is there anything else you can leave us with lowrider related? I think you have something that you showed me that you might be able to show the guys.
Oh yeah, like these right here.
Ooh,
like those.
You guys wanted chips? He's got chips.
I've got tons of chips. These I make short runs of these, and so these you'll have to just contact me for, because they're hard to make, and especially at that. Let's see, come on, there you go.
Look at that, guys.
At that sort of
right. So you guys know that the Redcat offers the knockoffs with nothing on them. So these would be a great feature to add to those, and or if you have the Jeffries True 13s, I'm sure would they fit those, Ethan, that you know of?
Yeah, I can make them any size that anybody requests.
There you go. There you go. So your Dayton, chips that go on your knockoffs. Again, RC Plate Shop just continuing to keep the ball rolling, keeping us happy in the hobby, making sure the community stays happy. So as mentioned before, man, whatever you do, support those that support the hobby in a positive fashion. Ethan, man, I really hope I get an opportunity to crawl with you, RC with you at any given point in life here in the near future. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us about what RC Plate Shop is and what you guys are doing to, promote the hobby in that fashion. And man, just keep the wheels turning, brother, man, because you're doing a great job at it.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Oscar.
You got it, brother, man. Well, guys, with that said, I'm going to show you guys one more time the Gen8, Sancho's Gen8 64x4 video clip with the amazing folks of, was it Broken Axle, RC Crawlers, Dustin Robert Flatts, and Shawn Roark. Filmed by Erick Sarceno of Gen's Ace, edited and produced by myself. Storyboard was done by all of us. So without further ado, guys, check out this video, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way, the only way they know how. That's just a little bit old and the law will allow. Just a good old boy, wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.